Good morning, everyone. This morning, we are going to touch upon a scientific subject. Title is Artificial Intelligence. Our intelligence is a micro intelligence. But when machines are actually trained or programmed to replicate all our human activities, that is called artificial intelligence. Whatever the human can do, machine can replicate, machine can do. Or even what human cannot do, machine can do. That is called artificial intelligence. We know there are so many things around us. We don't pay much attention, but internet, mobile, self-repairing mobile, pilotless cars, autopilot planes, missiles, precise targeting bombs, this drone planes, any kind of automation, map like Google Map. Map is telling us where Ahmedabad is and where that car is or where that plane is or where that person is. Even American can find out the license plate number of your two-wheeler parked in your own front yard. Whenever there is a problem in my laptop, the laptop is going to send the message that stand back for a couple of minutes because repair has been going on. Now you wonder who is actually repairing the laptop. And a totally blind laptop, totally stopped, doesn't make any move at all. This kind of laptop is within 2 or 3 minutes. Start from 50, 49, 48, 47, 46. And when it reaches to about 16, 17, my laptop is back in order. Human cannot do that. Or performs. Operations are performed by robots. Coffee is made by robots. Conversation, communication, any kind of chatbots, you can do with robots. You can ask Google, what time is it, what kind of weather today is, wake me up at 5 o'clock in the morning, every single thing. The robot is doing that human just cannot do. Whatever the information you want, go to Google. Google is going to get you the information from the scratch of this planet to the end of the planet. Ask any kind of question about past, present, and the future. This Google is not going to tell you, sorry, I don't know. That is artificial intelligence. And today, this is not my subject. You all know what is artificial intelligence, how the artificial intelligence is created. All these visual of computers are going to collect all kinds of information in billions and trillions of bytes, and then they are going to insert every single thing, feed every single thing to the computer chip, and that becomes artificial intelligence. We know all those things. But I actually have chosen a different kind of subject. That's why we are not going to apply this artificial intelligence to teachers, politicians, physicians, students, businessmen, etc. Make them better. Look, most of the troubles that we face in the world, from the beginning of the world today, you go back to Ramayana and Mahabharata, First World War and the Second World War, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, nuclear genocide, Hitler's 6 million Jews genocide or genocide in Canada. Every single thing was actually precipitated by man. Human perpetrated those things. First World War was human-induced, Second World War was human-induced. Albert Einstein and Oppenheimer created Little Boy and Fat Man, 2 nuclear bombs which were used on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and more than 2 lakh people were wiped out instantaneously, and still the people are dying of that radiation effect. India-Pakistan wars are perpetrated by leaders. All kinds of things that we see. Pakistan went into the Bangladesh and butchered a couple of million Bengalis. Israelis are killing. So these are not act of God. act of human. Teachers are actually devastating students' career. Doctors are killing patients due to their apathy and ignorance. Leaders are actually misleading us, looting the nations because of their avarice. Businessmen like Malia and Modi and Rajendra Shah and all that, they are looting the society because of their avarice. So why we should not actually plant this kind of chip of artificial intelligence in them and make them better human? Leader can become better leader, doctor can become better doctor, teacher can become better teacher, student can become better student, politician can become better politicians, physician can become better physician. So I have created 5 points. Point number 1 is teachers must be equipped with artificial intelligence, AI. Once we actually introduce this artificial intelligence teachers are going to become very hardworking, very knowledgeable, with 150, 60 IQ, and they would be aggressive, they would be very dedicated, disciplined, they would be very diligent teacher, they will be teaching every single thing between paradise and the planet to the students. And they are going to squeeze every single thing that they know and insert every single thing they know into the brain and body of the students. Students are going to become absolutely knowledgeable with a very high IQ. Instead of teachers today, they are ill-educated, they are corrupt, they are lazy, they are sedentary, they don't have knowledge to teach, they just babysit the students, they don't make any kind of difference in the IQ of the students. When the student goes attend the class very first day of very new year, and when he leaves after semester or 2 semester or 5 semester, he is the same guy. So buffalo is actually leading the buffaloes. Students are poor in our society mainly because the teachers are very poor. Students are the reflection of teachers' reality. If a student is sharp, that means the teacher was sharp. We have a saying very precise, very categorical, unequivocal, adage, proverb, saying we have in our vernacular language, Gujarati, Kuwama hoy, to avelama ave. Excuse me, those wells, kuvas, where the teachers are empty. They're dirty. There is mud and sludge only inside. There is sleet inside. Kuvas are all dirty. That is why they are actually giving all the dirty smells and dirty water to the students. So now they should be equipped with AI and better education, better discipline, better aggression, better IQ, better understanding of education. Every single thing will become better. Point number 2 is politicians must be equipped with AI. Now, politicians are the worst breed on this planet. All the devastation that occurs because of the politicians. Look, the tension between Russia and America, the tension between China and America, tension between India and Pakistan, tension between Arab and Israel, tension between Iran and America, tension between North Korea and America, tension between China and Hong Kong and Taiwan. All these tensions are created by human. They are human-induced tension. Hiroshima and Nagasaki was not the act of God. Second World War or First World War were not the act of God. Hitler killed 6 million Jews and millions of others. It was not act of God. Tika Khan went over there in the Bangladesh and killed 2 million, 20 lakh Bengalis. That was not act of God. COVID is not act of God. Chinese people started it. And we have this kind of problem. Economic collapse is not act of God. Oxygen in Indian hospitals is not there. It's not act of God. Vaccines are not there. Economy is nosedived. Unemployment is ubiquitous everywhere. Totally ubiquitous. It's not act of God, but it's acts of human. And the leaders are the worst breed. They don't actually create utopian society, but they are smart, able, capable, and viable to create dystopic society. So, this artificial intelligence must be introduced to all the politicians, equip them with artificial intelligence, though they are going to stay away from all kinds of gory things and stay close to all kinds of great things. Number three, physicians must be equipped with AI. Physicians are looting and escorting people. Right now, if you go to hospital, if you have a little bit of respiratory problem or breathing problem, just a little, if you have a slight pneumonia, they're going to admit you and tell you that you have a touch of COVID and squeeze 40,000-50,000 rupees out of you. 40,000-50,000 rupees? Even America does not charge. American doctors don't charge that much. Surgical thing, they will charge you 5 lakh, 6 lakh, 10 lakh. Cancer, they're going to take away every single thing that your male, my relatives, my maternal uncle-in-law's son is at the verge of death in cancer. Father must have spent no less than 25 to 30 lakh rupees, and the son is dying. So these physicians are not going to tell you, the sorry guy, I cannot save your life. My father-in-law died after 10 lakh rupees. My mother-in-law died after 10 lakh rupees. Why they died after 20 lakh rupees? Why the doctor did not save their lives? I went to a couple of doctors, Muslim doctors over here, Iqbal Waja. He charged me something like a couple of 100 rupees for 3 days. Nothing happened. His brother charged me something like 2,000-3,000 rupees. Nothing happened. Now, if you cannot do anything, why the hell? You don't tell us that we don't know what to do. Go to the doctor that knows. Then I went to a third Muslim doctor. He, by the grace of God, saved my life. But he charged me more than 500,000 rupees. Now think, you call them doctor or they are butchers? No, they are butchers or doctor. They actually kill you for money. They will squeeze you for money. They will keep you in hospital for money. They will give you all the drugs for money. They are not going to let you go home for money. They will hospitalize you for money. And if you die, they're going to send your body to morgue for more money because they are going to remove all your vital organs. Now, where is humanity in this profession? They are no better than butchers. I say even butcher is better than that. Butcher does not actually hospitalize the goat or lamb, does not give lots of medicine to lamb, does not perform operation, does not perform any kind of chemotherapy or radiotherapy. It just, grab it, drop it, and slaughter it. Within no more than 5 minutes, all the miseries are gone. But when human goes to the doctor, miseries are all protracted. Miseries are all prolonged. So they need artificial intelligence. They are going to become honest doctors. Their ideas will never come to exploit, manipulate, squeeze any patient at all. Then a student must be equipped. Students are going for kiki culture, how mix and mingle, single mingle, dating, chasing after girls and girls chasing after boys, no examination, they don't know even first chapter or second chapter. In examination they are plagiarizing, copying every single thing. School and the college campus have become a kind of campuses where you go over there for bullying, for all kinds of rogue and rowdy activities. You go over there to pick up your boyfriend or girlfriend, all kinds of inhumane activities that doesn't augur student at all. Student must be honest. Student must be straight. Student must be venerable. Here, students are all disrespectful. Students are all vagrant. Students are all rogue and rowdy. They need this kind of artificial intelligence so they can actually become edge-oriented, erudite-oriented, etc. Businessmen must be equipped with AI. I give you the example of Malia and Choksi and Modi and before that and before that and before that. Since I become conscious about politics, I've been saying that only the thing politicians have been doing is looting and scooting. They loot the nation and then they leave the nation, get out of here. Leaders have been doing the same thing. Businessmen have been doing the same thing. So they should be given AI so they become honest, straight, credible, incredible, patriotic businessmen, and they serve the nation, serve the economy, serve the people, and they actually perform their God-given duties and responsibilities as a businessman. Today's businessmen are worse than the businessmen that Adam Smith narrated. He said the businessman always attempts to cheat you. Today's businessman doesn't attempt to cheat you. Today's businessman cheats you, doesn't make any attempt, and it cheats you by the buckets. Thank you very much for listening. God bless everyone on this planet. See you again tomorrow.